Good morning, everybody. I hope you are having a fantastic week, as cold as it is. Hopefully you guys are getting outside and getting some fun time in and trying to enjoy the weather as best we can. Today, we are going to talk about lesson number 9 in your book. It's called Through the Roof, or Raise the Roof. I'm going to start out with a story today, and then we will go through the lessons. I'll show you the pictures as best I can. They're a little bit tiny. So it starts with, Jesus had been outside the city for a few days, then went to Capernaum. When he arrived, people heard that he was home and came to see him. So many gathered that there was no longer a space, not even near the door. Jesus was speaking the word with them. Some people arrived, and 4 of them were bringing to him a man who was paralyzed. So they couldn't carry him through the crowd. So they tore off part of the roof above where Jesus was. When they had made an opening, they lowered the mat on which the paralyzed man was lying. When Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralytic, "Child, your sins are forgiven." Some legal experts were sitting there muttering among themselves, "Why does he speak this way? He's insulting God. Only the one God can forgive sins." Jesus immediately recognized what they were discussing, and he said to them, "Why do you fill your minds with these questions? Which is easier, to say to a paralyzed person, 'Your sins are forgiven,' or to say, 'Get up, take up your bed, and walk'?" Jesus wanted to help them understand that God had given him power to forgive sins. So he said to the man who was paralyzed, "Get up, take your mat, and go home." Jesus raised him up, and right away he picked up his mat and walked out in front of everybody. They were all amazed and praised God, saying, "We've never seen anything like this." Jesus' ministry had just begun, and already he had eaten with sinners, healed the sick, and forgiven sins. No wonder the people were amazed. So one of the things to think about is, how would you help a friend who was feeling sick? We don't have the power to heal somebody, but we can make them feel better. I know that when my kids are sick, they just like a good cuddle. Sometimes maybe some warm chicken soup, some crackers, or to just sit in front of the TV. Sometimes that makes them feel better too. But how would you help your friend? Would you give them a call? Ask how they're doing? Draw them a picture? There's a bunch of different ways that you can make them feel better. So, in the story today, we have a summary on the front here about what had happened. So I'll let your parents go through that with you just in case you forget. But on the inside, it says to pray about everything. And they want you to draw a picture in one of the ovals about what makes you sad, what makes you worried, what are you afraid of? And then how do you feel after you pray about it, when you ask God for help? So in my example, I drew a school and a school bus because in a couple of weeks, my kids are going back to school. And it makes me a little nervous because they've been home for so long. What if they get sick? What if they miss mom and dad? What if they don't remember how to act in school? But when I pray about it, and I ask God to handle it for me and take up all of those feelings of worry and scared, I feel happy. I feel like a weight is lifted off of my shoulder and God is going to take care of everything for me. So what's something that worries you? When you pray about it, do you feel better? So draw those pictures and then share that with your parents. And then on today's activity, it's called Ways of Peace. And you can see they have a few different symbols down here. They have a purple heart, a red heart, and a green heart, and each of those have little letters. So what you need to do is put the letters where the appropriate hearts are, and then those will spell some words. So this will be a mystery word, and this one, and this one. And then on the back, there are a couple different activities you can do. I know some of these you might have done in Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, or you may have done a couple of them in your classroom when you've actually been in school. But the first one is called a friendship frame. So you can take some popsicle sticks or maybe even some pieces of cardboard and find some pictures of your friends or your family. Are there friends that you haven't seen in a while because of the pandemic? Friends that you want to see again, but maybe you miss? Or friends that moved away? What you can do is put these popsicle sticks together and make a frame. Send them one. And then the second one on here is you can make your friends something to take with them. So in the past, my daughter and I, we've made friendship bracelets. And even though she can't see a lot of her friends right now, we send them in the mail because they're light and they're durable. And then she starts a letter and she can write back and forth and it gives them something to talk about. What is something that you can do to show your friends that you miss them? Or something that you can do maybe together as 6 feet apart? Something to think about. I can't wait to see all of your ideas. Next week, I will see you again, and I hope you all have a very, very wonderful week. Bye.